I can't remember because I've been pretty drunk a lot lately. I've been overserved in these shows a lot. So I know I've been talking about Fallout 4. I've been replaying Fallout 4. But have I talked about the Preston Garvey issue in Fallout 4?
No.
I don't think so.
Preston Garvey is a man that you meet early in the game. He belongs to in the post-apocalyptic wasteland. He's part of a now virtually extinct group of militia men called the Minutemen. And they're kind of like they borrow their culture from like the revolutionary Minutemen, and they represent like hope for the future in this wasteland. He happens to be African American, and yes, that is an important part of the story.
Why are you looking at Spencer?
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
So all of these characters, like Fallout 4 is a very, I'm sure it's got lots of awards, but it really needs like special awards because it has these like, the way that it handles this concept of romance. You can play as either gender, and that's not me signing off on there being two genders. Thank you very much. But according to this video game, apparently you gotta salt or pepper. But you can play as one of two genders, but it doesn't like flip all the other genders, like, which means that basically they're like, okay, so you might be gay and playing the game, you might be straight, you might be a man, you might be a woman, any combination of all of the above. So they had to create these characters that you encounter, and then they're your companions, and they follow you around. And then they will, if they really get attached to you, they start gaining affinity for you, and then you're experiencing that through these conversations. And within these conversations, like, they had to keep in mind that this might be a man talking to a man who is not interested in male sex, like, so. Right. But on the other hand, it might also simultaneously be a man talking to a woman, a straight woman that's playing, that's like really like, ooh, hello, sugar man, like when she sees this guy the first time, you know?
Yes.
Like, and it's really this masterpiece, because I'm looking at it as this 45-year-old man, I'm replaying Fallout 4, and I'm like, these female characters that they go like, oh, it's me. My name's Piper, and I'm a journalist. And I'm like, oh, I majored in journalism, and like, hey, like we should chat. And you're kind of like automatically like locked into this thing of like, like every time she goes like, hey, can I tell you something about my backstory and all this stuff? And then there'll be a button that says flirt, and then it'll build to a button that says romance.
Wow.
So you can play it however you want, but I just think the most interesting thing is because I started playing the game long enough that now all the guys are doing this too. So here's the amazing thing about that I'm learning about sexual projection is that the women characters, when they say, "Hey, can I talk to you about something for a second? We've been traveling for a long time." And I never knew how to trust anybody, but you're really, like, traveling with you has really made me realize I need to get over my defense mechanisms and trust people. And I just wanted to let you know, I really trust you, and you're really special to me. And like when it's a woman, and then there's the button that comes up that says flirt, so you retroactively go, oh, she's hitting on me. That's what I do. I don't know why I'm saying you. I'm sorry, I go, and then, but then when it's a guy and he goes like, hey, could I talk to you for a second? You know, when I first met you, I wasn't sure. I thought you were a tub of guts, but the Universal Brotherhood of Steel needs everything they've got, and I just got to say, you've given this old tin can soldier a new lease on life. And then the flirt button comes up, and you're like, whoa! But it's really fascinating. It's like an actual kind of an educational tool, because it's like they had this. I mean, because the game is simply saying these are people who are growing fond of you, and then it's up to you to project onto it any way you want. And I am ashamed to say, as a as a modern liberal playing this video game with that. I haven't gone there with a dude yet, and yet I have been so unfaithful in all of the female relationships. I just keep like I'll max them out until I get all their combat bonuses, and then I'll assign them to a supply line with cattle or something, or I'll like I'll put them in a field because I'm like, well, I got their combat bonuses, and now I'm with what's her name, and like. So there's no shame about that. There was a little bit of there was a little bit of difficulty with it, but clearly I got over it. But I still won't fucking do it. No one's watching me. I know the game isn't gonna punish me or reward me in any particular way. It's not gonna make my character gay and like change my weapons. I know that the only thing that's going to happen is the conclusion of a fucking like algorithm, and I still don't do it. Shame on me. I should be fucking everyone in the apocalyptic wasteland.
It's true. It's true. You might have more value in that community. You might rise to a king because you met a dude and you guys fell in love, and because the way you set your shit up, you got to be the president.
It would be a man. So this is why I brought this up. So this is why it's important that Preston Garvey is African American.
Right.
So Preston Garvey is one of these male characters who so his is particularly it's legitimately like it's crazy. Like he when he gets to the peak where it's time to either hit romance or not, he says, "Hey, can I talk to you about something?" Something I know I told.
That's how he sounds?
What do you want me to? He's not. He doesn't have big headphones on and roller skates. He's not like, hey.
I mean, you earlier did say something about confronting your fears on stage, and we cool.
This guy, he sounds like you. He's an unmistakably black man, but there's no impression to do of him. He's not like, I'm an Italian chef,
all right.
and you're not like, yo, blood, like. You're Brandon. I don't think. I'm not. So he's a gentleman. He likes to dress up.
Excellent. I don't mean to derail you. I just thought maybe.
And he's deep. He's a deep thinker, and he's an emotionally available friend. And so he comes up to you when you're playing this game, when you get up to the peak levels with him, when he's been, and what he says is, he goes, "Can I tell you something? Well, I already told you about how, it's really important that you, fuck, I'm sorry. It's important that he has this like even keel because it's a voice actor reading a script into a microphone. So that's what's also creepy about it, is that he's not. There is no like hemming and hawing about it. He's just like reading, just like saying these things. I already told you about how when I first met you, I wasn't sure you were a natural leader, and then I was inspired by you. But there's one more thing I haven't told you. Before I met you, I lost so much hope that I wasn't sure if I wanted to live anymore. I often thought about ending it all. I've never told anyone that before, but I thought about ending it all the time. And just before I met you, I was really thinking about ending it all. And I really wanted to let you know that. And then you have 4 buttons, and one says like, flirt. Like, I don't know. Like, I won't even save my place and just see what that is. Like, is it, what, do you go like, well, if you ended it all, that would mean a couple less drinks on me. I don't know what that button is, but then one is like, hey, let's keep this professional or something like that. And then one is like the one I would hit in real life, which is like, thank you for being honest with me. I appreciate how hard that must be to you, because what you're telling me is you don't tell anybody about this. So thank you. So that's penultimate. So then what happens is with these characters, it turns out if you don't friend zone them, if you don't actively friend zone them with the B button, there's a button that basically says like, fucking chill. Like keep it above the belt and like rock on. And I won't press that either. So not only am I homophobic, I'm also like a crazy like codependent hunter. Like I just farm these guys that are like, when I walk through my settlement, these men are all saying like, hey, can we talk now? And I'll get cornered by them and I'll go, And then Preston's like, his whole thing is he goes like, he keeps doing it. It's on a loop now. And here's the thing. It's like, okay, he's African American. He's dressed like a revolutionary soldier, and through no selection of my own, he is working on crops. Like that's the default that happens. So he's a black man dressed like 1700s soldier in a tri-corner hat, digging in dirt. Who, when I walk by, he pops out of bushes that he's like cultivating and goes like, now is a good time for that talk? And I go,
maybe he's asking you to help him out.
And one of the I stop and I go, what? And one of the buttons is like, I thought we already talked about this. I swear that one of the buttons is like, I already heard you. And when you press that, he says, okay, cool, because I just never told anybody that before. And then one of the buttons says romance. And then one of the buttons says keep it professional, and I never press it. And then one of the buttons says thank you for sharing. And then I keep pressing it. What am I doing? And why don't I assign him to a different job? It's uncomfortable. Or put him in a different outfit, dress him as a spaceman at least. It's a weird mind fuck. There's other guys. There's guys that are like George Clooney's and like armor and like I don't know if the robots eventually come on to you, but and then again the point is they don't come on to you. They're designed to just say I trust you. And okay, that's it. So anyways, there's just a lot of shit going on.
I want you to rescue this dude because he had to work for the military and he has some beans that he's growing with his hands. Maybe listen to him next time and see what he
I listen to him every time. I'm trying to tell you, I listen to him every time. I'm caught in this crazy fucking hamster wheel. Like, maybe, what if we're just seeing a lo-fi version of the simulation that is real life? What if my relationship with these people is that? Like, I keep hitting the A button on well, do you need approval? Or do you want to be yourself? And then I keep hitting this middle line option where I'm like, I appreciate you coming to the show. And then they keep hitting this button that's like, man, I'm a big fan of yours. And we're just like we're never gonna keep it professional, nor are we gonna flirt, we're not gonna max our combat bonuses. Anyways, I'm really enjoying my Fallout 4. That's a rich game. It's a real good game. The settlement aspect, you gotta check it out. That's for a different episode. I'll be talking about Fallout 4 for the next 6 episodes.